Well, hello. I'm back. I've decided to make a bunch of cards. I've set a lofty goal myself of 10 cards in a reasonable amount of time. And reasonable with me is, I don't know, I just want to, I'm going to do the 10 cards at any rate. But what I may do is divide it into 2 videos because I am many things, but fast isn't one of them. But I've prepped it up. Usually I just try to wing it, which obviously takes me longer. But now I've pre-cut stuff. So I want to come in and make a bunch of cards with the September, the poor, September kit that barely made it. I figure, what the heck? I was so excited waiting for it that I might as well make it. And I'm definitely doing 2 of the cards from the kit. The phone and then our little family one because they are so stinking cute. And then just... I've devised some other ones, all simple, not over the top or anything, just so you can see. I mean, trust me, I have a ton still of ephemera left, but I have used up all the cards. So at least that was my goal. I'm going to use up all the cards that they send me. So let me just set this aside, and we're going to start up with the first of the cards, okay? 1 second, please. Okay, I'm back. I've already got, what I did is I pre-cut as much as I could before I got started here, because that takes up less time, because I think everybody knows how to use a paper trimmer, right? Yay. Now what we're going to do, just because I have these supplies, is they keep sending me these little rolls of this tape, so I'm going to use up Spellbinders tape on this one. So, God help us all. Let's see how this flies. But the first thing I'm going to do is put the panel here, and I just cut it just a smidgen under the side of the card, just the side of the card. And we're going to put this down as soon as I can find the beginning of the blessed tape. There we go. This is questionable. I may go back to Big Mama because that's going to go. Oh, by the way, and I did want to mention, just so you know, so when I said just a smidgen, literally it's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. But I'm going to include all the measurements down below. And I'm actually going to try to make an extra post for this. So, we'll see. I have lofty goals that don't always happen because I have a life and a job, and I volunteer in another organization too. And we go back to the mothers. Remember, I look after 2 moms, and it's just a busy life. We all suffer that, but not many of us are also insane enough to try to do a YouTube channel at the same time, except for yours truly here. So I don't know, I may not be such a fan of this, only because it takes so long to lay down these strips, which is why I only use these tapes when, okay, I'm going to use this, my favorite burnishing tool, my Tonic Teflon burnisher has gone completely AWOL. I suspect it has run away and gone to join the circus. I don't know. I've been looking for it for all weekend, actually. Looking for this blessed thing. I don't know where it is. I want to say it may have gone with us to Oceanside, because remember I said I took the card kit but never actually worked on it. And I've looked in both the boxes and it's not in there, but I'm wondering if it didn't fall out of the bag and in the car. Although we took the BMW, the Beamer, and it's not in there. But I also took something to work on at my mother-in-law's, and I just can't remember what it was when I was there on Wednesday. We stayed there because we were working on the house, but just in a little bit of my free time. So I'm going to check Peanut Gallery's car. So we'll see. Cross your fingers, guys. I'll keep you posted as to when the thing turns up. Worst case scenario, yeah, it's going to turn up just about the time I buy the replacement. Now on this card, if you notice on the sample, I'm bringing out the sample card, I realized that they use a different layer of paper, but I really like this blue paper and I wanted it to show, but I liked that opaque look at it. And the other thing is, this is done as a square card or like a little tag, and I wanted it to be a card in its own right. So what I ended up doing is I ended up picking out a piece of vellum just so that I can oh my gosh, I can speak, can't I not? No, apparently not. But just so you can see the paper, but have a little bit of a difference. So I grabbed vellum. Of course, vellum is always challenging to glue down. So I'm going to go ahead and use, we're going to see how it flies with this tape. Push comes to shove, I can peel it, always, use my undo. But I'm just going to put a strip right here in the middle, and I pick right here in the middle. I don't mind if it sticks up on the top or anything like that, because I'm fairly confident I can camouflage it with the family. Because see, we put these little guys are going to go right here. So it's going to do a great deal of the job for me of camouflaging these. Now these little peeps are going to go mounted on foam tape. So let me, you know what? I'm going to grab foam squares instead, not the taller ones like that. Let me grab, I want to grab these. So I'll grab my little foam tape. Although we do get foam tabs with it, but they're awful tall. I don't want to use them that tall, which is why I'm grabbing these, because they're a little on the smaller side, and I can just put one here, and then one here, and then we'll grab Mom too, because that was Dad, and one here, and then one there, and then the kidlets. I think, oh, you know, it might work. I might be able to get away with just putting one. That's calling it really close, but it worked. I'm sorry, I'm coming off screen. But it worked. Wow. I was not anticipating that level of cooperation. Woohoo. So now I'm going to go ahead. Let me put down the vellum. There we go. And now let's peel it up. That's why I use this is my handy dandy peel up things tool. And then we're going to put our little family here, and I'll be able to grip it a little bit better because now I kind of have a handle. Let me just center this, more or less. It looks pretty good. But see, you can't see it. You cannot. So that's a good thing to know about Spellbinder adhesive. Now, one thing I wanted to show you guys, I left them, as you notice, because you can tell that these were popped out of the die cuts. But you see these little things? Those things bother me. So let me grab one of my little files here. Excuse me. I am sorry. This house is no small amount smoky right now because yours truly decided that this was a good hour to set the self-cleaning oven to clean, because I have, you know, my housemate does a lot of the cooking, but he's not neat, and it's kind of disgusting in that stove. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna set that to toast. But oh my gosh, I'm waiting for a fire alarm to go off, or the firehouse to show up at my front door. Okay, so now we have Mom and we have Dad. Right here, I just kind of want to get a feeling for their spacing. And what I could do, I mean, there's a part of me that I could just cheat just to make sure they're straight, and I could just lay down the tape. But I think I can, you know, God help us. I'm going to try to, oh, you know what? I can use the pattern. What am I thinking? That's what's going to allow me to line them up, is the pattern here. So I just want to give them good spacing, center them more or less. Okay, so we're going to start with Mom. And we'll remove the tapes. Let me move this up a little bit. And we'll just set it down right here. And try not to overthink it. This is me we're talking about, remember, okay? And then we'll put Dad is next. We'll put him right there. And I'm going to switch these, because that's the little boy, but his coloring very much matched Dad. And wait a minute, because I think Dad is on crooked. Let me see. So I think I didn't press down very hard. Yep. Don't do as I do. Break out the undo. But let me look at him, and I still don't have him. There we go. Oh my goodness, I swear, it's like, it looks to me like it's not right, but it has to be. So let's not get looking crazy here. And now we're going to grab the little baby girl. I'm going to grab Daddy's girl. And we're going to put her down right about here. And then we're going to grab the little boy. And I love it that they all have blonde hair, but their blonde hair is that gold. So wow. So we have now our little family down. And I wasn't too much of a fan of all of the foo-foo that they had, so I opted just to have this. And let me see, I grabbed the cart. I wanted to grab a little heart, and I'm going to grab some of the gold. That's what I was going to do. So I've gone a little bit left field. I don't think there was anything really that caught my eye here. I mean, I like the together, but we already have family together. I'm not a fan. I mean, it's not that I'm a fan of that heart, but not with here. So there's just all kind of watching you grow, grateful for you. I am, although I could, let's see, what do you guys think? Let's take a look at this. Let's go a little, oh my goodness. And I'll eventually figure, aha, there it is. Maybe we could have the hanging plant. Kind of hanging out of nowhere. Just as a little embellishment. So I'm going to go with that because it makes me happy. And now this, we are going to grab some of the bigger foam tape. Just grab a strip of it. And grab one of the zillion pairs of scissors I have here, criminy. And this, I was cutting, I forget what I was cutting earlier today. And I know that I talk about undo when I use undo. These guys got really sticky. Like, see, now it's picked up some of the sticky from the foam tape. And it's about to pick up some more because I have to trim that off a little bit. Because I let it get too straight. But it has picked up the sticky. So I can find it when I can close. So let me show you a great remedy. Let me grab it. I'm just going to grab a tissue because that's handy. And my undo. And I just squirt a little bit of undo on this. Let me straighten it up so I don't spill. And then just, I don't know if you guys can see, it's like it's wet for a whole hot second, but it takes off all of that stickiness that is left. You just want to be careful that you don't slice yourself open if you have. See, and now, beautiful. So just so you guys know, there's another use for undo, is to undo the sticky on your scissors. Now, I've got that. We are going to go ahead. And now what I can do, because now I'm putting here, see, I can solve a lot of my sticky issues. Or if I wanted to lay this down a little bit more, because I do want to put it here to offset, or I can put it in the second. I can put that in the center. I am going to center it. But now I can put another strip of the tape right here. I really don't have to, but just because I'm truly insane. See, and this is where I say about winging it. It's almost better if you plan this out so that way you could put the tape down before. But now I have that area tacked down. And then we'll just lift this up. Elvis says, you guys are missing him. Elvis is in his cubby over there, intently watching what I do. And I can feel another snag here. So always take a look. I'm always watching for snags and literally feeling for snags. I see one right there. Because it's easier to do it while you have them on your hand than when you're trying to lay it down after it's, or actually trying to fix it once it's laid down on the card. And we'll just center it there. But I love that. Family together, we have it all. Now here on the sample card, and I did like that they put a gold heart on Mom. So I'm going to grab one of these gold hearts for Mom. Whoop. Not a great big one. I think this one, it's just big enough. You don't want to be into overkill. And we'll lay her down right there. Whoops. Let's do that. And there we go. And I had this. And we could put that over here or not at all. I wanted to do something a little bit, actually, here's the difference, because in the card it has, so we're going to do another gold heart. I don't know. Maybe we just leave it as is, just as it goes. I think I'm going to leave that well enough alone. The only difference was there was a bunch of gold hearts here, and because the paper had them. So I could sprinkle them, but I don't want to use hearts that big. But wait a minute. I forgot. Hang on. I got these guys. I got a couple of these guys. So, oh my goodness. These are the hearts. You'll be seeing it in another card that come out of the oh goodness gracious. Out of the doily. There's a doily that's going to be used in one of the other cards, and these are the hearts that came out of the holes. And I saved them because I am truly insane. And now I will use one of these hearts. We'll use one of the smaller ones. I'm going to grab it with tweezers. Oh, wait. Let's grab it from up here. What the heck? They're all the same. And it doesn't matter tweezers or not. I am totally uncoordinated. There we go. So we're going to put that heart right here. If I can coordinate it. There we go, and I'm going to grab my barely there because it has, I know that has the too big nozzle. I don't have it set on the right nozzle. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. This guy. And let me test it, make sure it is coming out white and not oxidized because I had the pin in it. Oh, yeah, it's fine. Okay. Now let's see if it will stick to this. Well, not perfectly, but that's okay. I'm just putting down a tiny dot of glue because that's really all I need. I'm going to grab these. Grab my little heart. My tweezers. Boop. There you go. That was my imitation of Kathy Zilski. You can't help, but now it's stuck in my head. You can't help. If you've ever heard do a video, when she puts down any kind of embellishment, she goes, you know, she just does that little boop. It's infectious. It truly is. That one ended up being, oh my goodness. I'm going to snag this real quick. But it's a little more cattywampus than even I want it to be. And there you go. I'm going to let it slide right there. And that's card number 1. Very simple, but very cute. I love it. So give me a second. We're going to be back with card number 2. We're back for card number 2. Woo! Hey, 2 cards in one night. That's a lot for me, guys. And we're going to be ambitious and try for more. Okay, so this one, I've already put in my die. I want to cut out a little circle out of here and then stamp underneath it, and I have broken out, as you guys have seen me, I've reviewed these before. These are my nested circle dies that I got from the Stamp Doctor. I will link you down below to them, but right here, I mean, you can see it right here. That's her phone number, and that's her website. Fabulous, fabulous sets. I mean, she has these frequently on sale, and I think the regular price is $25, but that's not bad for that amount of nesting dies. I've got obviously both sides. I've got the circles, I've got the rectangles, and then I've got the squares too. So I love Michelle. So she's a lovely lady. I highly recommend her. So just in case you guys are looking for nesting dies, the Stamp Doctor is your friend. So anyway, I'm just here. I just want to do a little cutout here, and then I'm going to figure out later what I'm going to do with that circle. Let me see. Do I have a piece? Let me grab. I'm going to peel off a tiny piece of that tape right off the marquee because that's all I need. I just need a little tiny piece to hold it in place. And let me grab. I broke out a new folder because I couldn't find the other folder. And then I found the other folder because that's what happens when you replace it. The second you grab another one to replace the one you can't find, that's when it turns up. And there you go. All right, let me just run this through really quick through my marquee. I do not anticipate any problems. It's a simple circle. It's just card. I can already tell it cut just fine. I had no doubts at all. And there you go. And now I have a circle that I can use somewhere else. Where? I don't know. But we will save it. Well, I have a little pile of paper right here, the scraps from the card in case I need it for something else. I'll set that aside. And then all I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to center it, and we're going to apply the annoying tape. Did I say it's annoying? You know what? We're just so used to just going, but you know, I have all of this. The tape is included with the kit, so what the heck? And it does work, and it's obviously very terrible, as you guys can tell. I forgot to tell you the measurements for this piece of paper, but like I said, I will include that all down below. But there you go. If you can't tell, I cut it out 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. I wrote it on the back, and then I have a little notepad here that I also started writing them down, which is why I just keep forgetting, because I have it right here handy. I write down any measurements I use for any of my cards so that I can, in the future, reference them back. Okay, so here we go. Just one more little piece here. I really don't think we need to go into overkill as far as, I think it's going to be good enough. I don't mind a little bit of dimension. What is that? Is that a little bit of a foldy bit? Let's see if I can. I got like a crease there. I just caught that. So I think there's enough padding right here on this mat. Let's see. That no more crease. Awesome possum. Now let me see. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to put down. I think now I will put down a little, just a little tiny piece right here. And likely down here. And, give me a second, we'll be right back. I hear Mr. Bo the Basset Hound drinking water. It is very late at night. We don't let him drink water late at night because he has bladder control issues. Hold on, be right back. We're back for card number 2. Woo! Hey, 2 cards in one night, that's a lot for me, guys. And we're going to be ambitious and try for more. Okay, so this one, I've already put in my die. I want to cut out a little circle out of here and then stamp underneath it. And I have broken out, as you guys have seen me, I've reviewed these before. These are my nested circle dies that I got from the Stamp Doctor. I will link you down below to them, but right here, I mean, you can see it right here. That's her phone number, and that's her website. Fabulous, fabulous sets. I mean, she has these frequently on sale, and I think the regular price is $25, but that's not bad for that amount of nesting dies. I've got obviously both sides. I've got the circles, I've got the rectangles, and then I've got the squares too. So I love Michelle, so she's a lovely lady. I highly recommend her. So just in case you guys are looking for nesting dies, the Stamp Doctor is your friend. So anyway, I'm just here. I just want to do a little cutout here, and then I'm going to figure out later what I'm going to do with that circle. Let me see. Do I have a piece? Let me grab. I'm going to peel off a tiny piece of that tape right off the marquee, because that's all I need. I just need a little tiny piece to hold it in place. And let me grab, I broke out a new folder because I couldn't find the other folder. And then I found the other folder, because that's what happens when you replace it. The second you grab another one to replace the one you can't find, that's when it turns up. And there you go. All right, let me just run this through really quick through my marquee. I do not anticipate any problems. It's a simple circle. It's just card. I can already tell it cut just fine. I had no doubts at all. And there you go. And now I have a circle that I can use somewhere else. Where? I don't know. But we will save it. Well, I have a little pile of paper right here, the scraps from the card in case I need it for something else. I'll set that aside. And then all I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to center it, and we're going to apply the annoying tape. Did I say it's annoying? Let me just really quick, I go through, I always burnish tape down when I do this kind of tape, just so that I can peel it up that much easier. So I'm going to do that real quick. And I'm really right now missing my Teflon too. I didn't realize how much I've become dependent on it, how much I really like using it. I mean, This is what I used before. And right now for burnishing, it really doesn't matter. But what I do know about the bone folders is that it will mark your paper. So you have, you know, if you use it for like I do when I want to make a crisp, you know, fold, you got to be careful, because at least that's what I found with the bone folder, is that it will leave a shiny spot. It polishes it up. Go figure. Okay, so now we're just going to lay this. Give me a second to center it and lay it down. Not too bad. It's not okay. And we're going to commit. Now, before I do anything else, because I'm ready for embellishing, I do want to stamp my sentiment. And I'm using, obviously, the sentiment straight out of the stamps that came with the kit. These little, I mean, these are so cute. I don't know that I'm going to use them, or I'm going to have to find an excuse to use them, because they are adorable. And we all, I mean, I'm not the world's best colorist, and that's the enemy with me. And maybe something like this, which is really simple, maybe I'll have to do a card with those. Now, okay, and I pulled off, hang on, because one of the things, there we go. See, it always comes with the protector sheet. I will do that later, but if you guys have seen me in other videos, I just literally, I will lay these in, and I just take a piece of packing tape right across here and fold it over, so then it becomes a flap, and these things stay together. But anyway, I decided I wanted to use this one, which is You Are Beautiful Inside and Out. Now, I have to take a moment and decide its placement, so let me grab, while I'm at it, let's grab the Misty, which is right here. And the magnets are stuck to the mat, the magnetic mat. I have stashed right there, my tool area to my right. And we'll set this aside. We don't need it anymore. We'll grab my Dirty Misty, my very well loved. I need to clean it again. I am just not the neatest crafter. Okay. And we'll just grab a couple of magnets. Because this is the sentiment, or not the sentiment, or rather the embellishment, and I just wanted to wrap it right here on the side. So I wanted to put that there, and then I'm going to make use, I think, of this little heart that we did not use in the other card. I think we're going to use it, except I have a snag right here. I saw it. So let's take care of that. The offending snag. There will be no snags. And I may grab a gold one and put it up there. But right now, I think that's where it's going to go. I just want to know where I'm going to put my sentiment. We're going to be brave, because this is textured paper. This may go south hugely, hugely for me. And if it does, I will make do. I can take the undo, and then I'm just going to put paper underneath it and stamp again. Remember, there are no mistakes. There are just opportunities for creativity. So let's find out, you know, let's put my money where my mouth is, and let's find out. And I have, I have to reach over. Of course, the VersaFine is the bottom of a stack of pads I have, but I'm just going to break out the VersaFine here. And let me wait a minute before I do that. Let me grab my cloth, because this is a brand new virgin stamp. So oops, I just want to take some of, I don't know what it is I'm taking off, and why is there that attached to my towel. But you always want to rough up a brand new stamp. But we'll see, because this stamp is very fine. So it's of questionable sanity for me to be doing this on textured paper. But let's find out. Let's do this. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's see. Wow, look at that. Hot dog. There you go. I'm not sure if these are, I'm going to give it just one more try, just one more, just to really darken it up. I don't know if these are photopolymer or if these are acrylic. There's a part of me that thinks, because it has stamped so well on texture paper, that this might be photopolymer. But I don't know. But regardless, it did a bang up job. This did not backfire me. Yay! Okay, I know. In my insanity, what can I say? I will set this aside. I'm not worrying about my mat, because I'm going to replace that. I already have the foam. I already bought the foam to replace it. I just haven't gotten around to do it. So this I'm going to dimensionalize up. I don't know how high I want to pop it up. I think I don't want to pop it up too high. Let's not get cray-cray here a bit. So I'm just going to grab more of my very expensive, you know, 99-cent store foam. And I tell you people, if you're paying more than 99 cents for your foam, you're paying far too much for your foam. Don't do it. Save that money and go buy yourself, you know, and save it to buy stuff you do want. And run to the 99-cent store. They have them. I say this, I think almost every video you guys see me using this, because I don't know when I'm going to have new people. But it's in not the crafting section or the office section. They have it in the where they have the tools. And this is foam mounting tape. So they have it in the, I guess, the houseware. So there you go. Now let me grab my midget. I have midget ones right here. That should, I think these are actually midget Anna Griffin, so, because I'm going to put one on the back of that heart. And we're almost done. It needs to me, and I had pulled this little bow, which I now, let me go, there we go. But I'm not feeling it anywhere. Although, I mean, no, I go, I don't know, I could actually put it right there, but no, but what I ended up doing, and I happened to just to be moving stuff around, and I found these. And these are from Hobby Lobby. They're Paper Studio little rhinestonies, and this kit didn't come with it. A lot of the kits come. Spellbinders will give them to them, and I thought, you know what, I can use these. Good, look at these. I think that looks like a really, or just actually no, the white, the ivory, I think really, really does it. I think the ivory is the one that does the trick. So let's go with the ivory. And I'm going to put just a few of these on, and we'll see how much a few is, because you know me and overkill. Because if one is good, 10 is better. You know what? And I've always been that way. See, I just pulled it off, and let me try it just with just try to do it this way. Yeah. I was always that way. I have always been one for busy. It's just my jam. I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to go a little bit bigger. I'm just going to, that's that. Yeah, no, I definitely want to go bigger. Shall we put one right close right there? We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sticking it down completely. I'm not committing completely until I decide. And, oh, Lord have mercy. We'll put one over here. This. Maybe another one. You have to go in either I just stick with the 3, or I could pull out more gold. I could do that too, which is pop out another gold heart and go between hearts and the sparkly bits, because we have the gold in the beautiful, so I can go with the larger heart. We'll put it going that way. I could put that, or maybe up here. No, I don't want it in that direction. I want it in this direction. I'm winging it here, guys. You know, this is always dangerous where I'm concerned. And now maybe grab another one of the small ones. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the small one. And then I think we're just gonna leave that heart right up there. And a medium. Because I can always get more of these. I think I can get more of these. I don't know. I might be rethinking that strategy. But these, remember, these are also, anything that's Paper Studio is on sale. Half off every other week. And this week, so watch the date on this video, but this week is the week it's on sale. There we go. So probably more sparkly bits, and maybe it doesn't. You know what? That's what I do. I put it inside the circle. Don't be a dingleberry, Myra. There we go. I'm just going to put it right there. And we're going to leave it. We're going to stop because I'm going to keep putting things down because that's how I roll. And there you go, guys. We now have card number 2. Fairly quickly put together. All right. I'll be right back. We're going to go for card number 3. Woo!